And hello everybody, welcome back to LFC News. Some breaking news and some bad news for Liverpool Football Club, guys. And that is that Marc Guéhi to Liverpool is now off. He won't be joining the football club on this transfer deadline day. Basically, a domino effect has happened, but we've been reporting all day that this deal was going to be happening. It was happening. Palace had a farewell video ready for him. Marc Guéhi had completed his transfer, and 2 years on the bounce now, Marc Guéhi is not going to be getting his move. Let's go through what has happened here. But as always, guys, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for the most reputable Liverpool transfer news on YouTube. So, news broke out a few minutes ago saying Marc Guéhi deal has collapsed after his medical and documents were sent. The deal is off after completing the medical and exchanging all the documents, as Igor Palace's deal has collapsed. So essentially Guehi's replacement, Igor, that move collapsed. Palace are unable, of course, to get a replacement in through the door, and as a domino effect, despite Igor passing his medical as well, and the deal collapsing, Palace have now blocked the move for Marc Guéhi. Gutting. It's pretty gutting. I mean, for Liverpool, I think we'll be okay, personally. But I'm pretty gutted for Marc Guéhi, let's be perfectly honest. Look, he's wanted this move. It's been 2 years on the bounce now that he's been trying to get this big move. Last year from Newcastle, collapsed, and now again for Liverpool. But the moral of this summer's transfer story is Isak was absolutely right to act like he did. Guehi treated absolutely horrible today, really, from Palace. And it's easy for me to sit here in the Liverpool perspective. Obviously, we're not getting a player, but I understand Palace's position. I do understand it. The player's contracted to Crystal Palace Football Club, and ultimately, they're not going to put themselves in a state of vulnerability if they don't have a replacement in through the door. Let's be perfectly honest about it. And I'm seeing some chats coming, well, Palace had 3 months to sort things out, and that's fair. That is absolutely fair, but at the same time, I do see the side of Crystal Palace. Just think of us in a position, troops, like, say, Virgil van Dijk. If you put it into a Liverpool perspective, Virgil van Dijk was going to go to Barcelona. Look, there's not many football clubs players leave Liverpool for, but we've seen it in the past where our star players have went to Barcelona or Real Madrid. But imagine if Virgil van Dijk wanted to leave, which he doesn't, obviously, but imagine if Virgil van Dijk wanted to leave and we were trying to get a replacement in on the last day and the deal fell through. Are we really going to be letting Virgil van Dijk go and going out the season without our best centre-back? So I do have a bit of empathy for Crystal Palace in this situation, but I also have empathy towards Marc Guéhi as well, because let's be honest, he was ready to go. It's just been pulled from beneath him. And a similar thing happened again at Newcastle last year, and there's not many opportunities that you get as a professional footballer to get this big move, to get a move to a club like Liverpool Football Club. This move might never happen again. I hope Liverpool obviously do return in the future for him. I really do. But you can understand, probably a dream move, and he's full of pride today, thinking that everything's going to happen. He's on cloud nine. He's about to join the biggest football club in England, arguably the world. And that just gets ripped apart from him, You'd be absolutely gutted, and that's it's really, really horrible. Which is unfortunate in football, because the nice guy always wins. Marc Guéhi has acted impeccably this summer. We know he's wanted to move on for a long time, and probably credit to him, he's probably going to show up again next year. But unfortunately, I suppose if you don't force that move through, then... And I hate it as a football fan. I don't like the fact of players forcing in moves and doing all these things and acting like Alexander Isak. Whilst Alexander Isak is our player now, he had to act in that way for him to get out the door. Marc Guéhi's acted impeccably, but doesn't get the move. And it's no fault of his own, I suppose. But it's unfortunate. I'm gutted. I think he's a great player. I think he's a fantastic player. I would have really improved Liverpool as a team. I'm gutted for him as well, personally. You got to think about it. You guys are all Liverpool supporters here in the live chat. Imagine the chance to play for Liverpool Football Club and it's ripped apart from you after you've done your medical. documents all sent over. You're probably in the kit. You're sat in the jersey, doing photos, the lot, and it gets ripped away from you. It's horrible to see. But look, hopefully the football club come back in for him in January. But yeah, still gutted. Good player and would have made us a lot stronger going forward as well. So yeah, unfortunate. Just going to have a little look in the live chat, troops, and see what people are saying with regard to this. As stated, a lot of people are reacting in certain ways. Tingman says, Palace had 3 months as well to find a replacement. What a joke. So he's taking more of the side of that Palace are in the wrong here. Crystal Palace has had weeks to get a replacement. Mark had nothing wrong, but gets nothing. Alfie T. Yeah, I mean, that's the moral of the story, unfortunately. That's what they want us to sort of believe. Us as football fans, we don't really like when football players kick up a fuss. You know, I don't really like it personally. But you see why it works. You know, Newcastle have been forced into this move because this is the way that Alexander Isak gets his move. But Marc Guéhi does it all the right way and gets a big kick in the teeth, you know? ML says, thing is, this is 2 years in a row for Guehi. How can a club protest to care for their players when they screw him 2 years in a row? Yeah, that's it. I mean, if it was the first time it happened, you just go, look, it's football. But Mark would probably have said that he wants to go, right? But he's just played the good guys, the captain, right? He's leading by an example. And it's gutting, really, innit, for him. Think about it. We'll be okay. I know it's missing out on a big signing, and I would love to have got Marc Guéhi through the door. But I think we'll be okay. But I do think, I feel for him. I do feel for him. I really do. Owen Webb says, this is why people behave like Isak did, because you get a move when you do, but if you behave professionally, you get robbed. And I hope this doesn't set the precedent, but you can understand now why players do what they do. Carlos Alberto is more on the side of he'll come in January. Palace were also insistent on not wanting to let him go on a free next year, so they have a £35 million hole to plug. FSG were never interested in defenders. If Guehi was critical, it wouldn't have been done on the last day. Gomez was injured last month. Disrespectful to us fans as defence is thin. We'll get him for £10 million in January. Only 4 months to wait. You're right. Robert says, stupid how a club can accept a transfer, then turn around and 3 hours or later and say no. Yeah, no, you're right. It does feel wrong, but guys, we're all Liverpool supporters here in the live chat, right? We all understand that it's gutting for us, but you got to think about if the shoe's on the other foot. I can see where Palace are coming from, but then again, I still hold a bit of resentment that they should have done their business early. They knew Marc Guéhi wanted to go, and he's been professional. He stood by them, and then of course we're just sitting around waiting. He's sitting around waiting to the final day to get things done, and the move's ripped apart from him. So, yeah, I see it from both sides, but yeah, I can see the anger towards Crystal Palace a little bit as well. But guys, do let me know your thoughts on this down there in the comment section below.